Hello, everybody. It is me, Landen. Welcome to the Lost Mine podcast.
What?
I'm here with my co-host,
What?
Lucas. Oh,
I don't remember us having a
Lucas?
podcast. Where am I?
Not EUIC anymore.
Where
That's
am
for
I?
sure. We are
I have
in
dementia.
British Columbia, Canada.
Yeah,
Canada. This is one of the Canadian
Columbia.
podcasts.
You're real.
Real.
We do like Canada. It's pretty nice up here.
It is pretty chill.
Like actually, physically.
Quite literally. Lucas, how are you doing after coming back from EUIC? How did the tournament go for you? Are you feeling epic?
It's been good. I kind of just got home and then I just chilled and I'm testing for Van, which is 2 weeks after I get home. It was 2 weeks after I got home,
Yeah.
which kind of sucks.
We have quite the turnaround.
Yeah.
But you know what's pretty awesome?
What?
We don't have to get on a plane. We don't have to go to the airport. We don't have to leave the country. We don't have to leave the province
Which
or
is
the
like
region.
half the problem, yeah.
You know what I'm doing? How to get to the tournament? I'm taking the Sky Train. I'm taking local public transit, guys.
Speaking of public transit, that's pretty cool.
True. Lucas took the bus by himself for the first time today and didn't get lost. He only had to ask me for help twice. But
Yeah, I didn't really. I had to make sure that I could pay with a debit card. I could.
mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Shout out Metro Vancouver TransLink.
it's pretty cool.
Pretty
was
decent
actually-
transit
it
around
was-
here. It's acceptable.
It was a pretty good. It was a good experience.
Yeah.
And there's like transit apps. It's pretty nice. Yeah. So at EUIC, I played Dragapult.
Real?
Deck was absolutely broken. I same 60'd.
Broken deck.
Broken. Why is your? We don't want to talk about you, Landon.
Oh, true.
Okay. So I played this 60. Same 60 as the seniors finalist in EUIC, Nathan. This deck's gas. So good. I think it was one of the better Pult 60s you could play for the event. Every card felt really good. He did not play 5 Buddy Buddy Poffins. We are not a cheater group. He just has 5 now, I guess. Of the IC ones. This was very strong. I think a couple of the key inclusions were double Dusclops over double Dusknoir. That double Dusclops is so gas. It's so good. You see the one copy of Sinnoh. It helps into my Lugia opponent. It's pretty good in the Cloth. It's pretty good into... What else is it good into? There's one other matchup that is good into.
I don't know. I didn't play double clops, so.
It's good into... No, Sinnoh.
Oh.
It's good into a lot.
Yeah, it's also just like a good stadium bump. Sometimes.
Yeah, it's mainly used just to be a stadium bump. I did end up losing to the Lugia that the Sinnoh helped me against, but it was just because he double sacked me, and I think the deck is gas. I think the card is pretty good. I'm so mad at it,
He's
dude.
so salty. He cannot accept variance.
It's pretty annoying, but it was okay. Yeah. 2 Dragapult's okay. You can, if you need space in your deck, you can always go down to double Dragapult. I know that I was talking about double Lumen. I don't know if I actually was talking about double Lumen on the pod, but I think that is pretty good. But I decided to cut it just for Rotom. I think it's very strong. The list just felt very min-maxed. Every card served its purpose, and I highly recommend it. I ended up going 6-3-1 and came 40th place.
Very skibbity.
What about you?
What would I play? I played Miraidon.
He's a Miraidon bot. I swear to God, this guy cannot play anything other than Miraidon
so true.
for the past 3 months.
It's a sneak peek. I am not.
Are we
Miraidon.
gonna leak what you're playing this week?
To be decided. I will. I'm gonna just wait till a perfect moment to leak it.
Wow.
It's gonna be epic time.
Stay tuned to
But
find
I
out.
am not playing Miraidon to the Vancouver Regional Championships.
Me
but
neither.
I did play to UIC to win 118th place. And, in my final round, I double bricked into a matchup. And I don't care. You know what I did after I double bricked? I immediately helped you find enough people to cube. We cubed and we had fun.
Yeah,
And I just didn't even care that I did that.
pretty fun.
But I got a box. My list was all right. I played double switch cart.
Real. I did sell a booster box for $380 Canadian dollars.
I bought one off my friend Daichi from Japan and then brought it home and immediately sold it. Yeah, he didn't want to take it back to Japan, so sold it for Canadian dollars. I got rid of almost all of my Great British pounds in cash, which was nice. It's kind of nice to have them for next year, but I can just get more. But
Yeah.
anyways, this list is pretty normal. I think it's like 2 cards off of the rough 60 I've been playing since Surging Sparks dropped. But it's 2 switch card, helps a lot against Dragapult. It's also it's basically just so you can't get sacked by Mawile in Guardy, and then you have a pretty good pulled matchup with a double cart. But I've seen splits playing Lost Vacuum. I kind of might like Vacuum more than second cart because it might have some more utility. But I don't know. I am done with Miraidon for a while. I don't really have that many opinions on it. I think it's probably not like great this weekend.
Why?
We'll talk about it more in the tier list, but I just think like we saw Cloth win. Cloth was kind of awkward. I mean, Dragapult's pretty good, but Guardy's not a super popular deck right now. Like the highest placing I think was 18th.
Sebastian Lashman?
Yo, the GOAT.
The GOAT.
I just think like the metagame position for Miraidon's a little off, especially with like Goldango coming up in play and like there's some Lost Box kicking around.
He's playing Lost Box.
Yo, I'm playing Lost Box. I'm so excited. It's so skibbity. I played Lost Box in Vancouver last year. It was a great time. But anyways.
I might play Lost Box. I'm going to test it.
Lucas might play Lost Box.
Right now I'm between Redacted, Dragapult, Lost Box.
Redacted. I'm going to leak. That's my Pidgeot, or not my Pidgeot. I mean, my Rhydon
Pidgeot. What? No. No. Yeah, it's Pidgeot control.
Real. Lucas loves saying Lucas says, I'm not leaking, and it's obviously that he's playing Pidgeot control every time.
Pidgeot control. It's fine. Yeah. I'm between Pidgeot control. I'm between Pidgeot control, Lost Box, and Pult right now for the tournament.
Yeah. Pretty good decks. Next up, I guess I never really officially said what we were doing this week. We're going to talk about what we just talked about, our decks from EUIC, just briefly get out of the way, and then talk about the tournament, as it has implications going into Vancouver, which is one of the last tournaments.
I didn't know that it would affect Van.
Pre-rotation, Van, I think, is the last North American major.
Not ever.
Ever.
For the rest of time. Yeah, I know.
Majors. Before rotation.
Before rotation?
Yeah.
What is rotation?
Early April, I think.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, so Vancouver is probably like the last major that a lot of people...
We should go to what? European pre-rotation regional.
I'm good on that. But anyways, guess who won?
Ryuki!
Japanese GOAT!
Is it Ryuki? Do you know?
I don't know.
It's probably Ryuki.
Maybe. Anyways, Cloth. Well, not really Cloth.
Do you guys see that? Do you guys see that little purple monkey there?
That's the GOAT.
That's the guy that we were saying was pretty good.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
This is a good deck. Buddy with
now
Mochi.
claim all credibility for this deck.
True.
We are the reason this deck
yeah. Mochi plus 30 poison
Kieran's
damage
pretty cool,
is
though.
80.
So many switches.
Not true.
Like an ungodly amount of switches, dude.
This is 5 switch outs.
5 switch outs plus Latias is insane.
Yeah. If you haven't seen Cloth, it was a good deck last format, and then Buddy makes you do 80 damage and item lock, and also Tropicos with Monkey Dory can hit higher numbers, and Buddy with Monkey Dory heals itself, so if they don't hit you for anything, you just go move 20 off, hit for 80 again.
Yeah.
Which is pretty good. You can itch spawn for 100 effectively, and then damage coming back into your turn if it's like something that you stuck in the active with like one of your 3 boss's orders. Crazy.
We love boss orders.
And we also, obviously, as we saw in the finals of EUIC, we have Petron here.
Dude, the donking was so funny.
I mean, it's so easy to hit. It's literally like Guru V plus Switch Cart, and that's immediately it. Like, so, sick deck. We've got double Luminion for Carmine, and then we have Squawk
like
as
your
well,
first turns are super strong. Like your first turns going first and second, and like you can withstand. Like you can put out consistent high amount of pressure with this deck, from one-shotting with Drapagos to like randomly going like Iono plus poison to not activate Fez. The deck's really good. It can come back from situations. Like it's a really strong deck.
Very sick deck.
It's also not too hard to play.
Congratulations to Ryuki.
Real. Natalie Miller.
Millar. Bro cannot spell.
Is it Millar?
It is.
Millar.
This is Dragapult.
3 Dragapult EX cringe.
3 Pult EX. I don't mind 3 Pult EX, actually. I kind of like just drawing it.
But I feel like you're finding it so often with Lance, especially when you're playing triple Lance.
Yeah.
They also are playing 2 Dusclops.
Yeah.
You were saying 2 Dusknoir is better than 2 Clops.
I still stand on that. I will stand on that.
Damn, okay.
I think Guardy's gone on and play it, so it even increases in value.
Yeah, I guess. That does make sense.
I don't know if I'd play Temple anymore, though. Maybe I'd look for a different stadium, or, like, in this list, I would just cut Temple for, like, Lost Vacuum. I I don't think Lugia is like even remotely close to being a good deck right now, especially for Vancouver. Like Lugia has
Sinnoh's good into Cloth though.
not even that good.
It's very
like,
good
The
in
thing
Cloth.
that you lose to against Cloth is just like early game getting buddied for 80. Like you don't.
Well, you also late game can get Terrapaghost.
Yeah.
Like if they go up early game, then you can late
I don't think
game
it's
go
good
like
enough to
Ionos.
keep it in as a tech for the matchup itself. Like, sure, it's good into the deck, but if you're playing Temple for Cloth exclusively, that feels horrendous, I think.
Why?
You could, like, play Festival Plaza. That'd be a better counter to Cloth.
No.
I would turn off the poison. You couldn't Mochi or...
Oh, I guess. Yeah.
That, if you're playing
No, then they
exclusively a
just wouldn't
Cloth deck...
attach the energy. Festival Grounds is they have to have an energy attached, right?
I don't know. I don't think Sid even does. Anyways, I'm just saying, like, there's probably a better one-card Cloth tech than Temple.
I think Sinnoh's pretty strong.
I'm a hater.
I also like that it just does beat Lugia.
My...
Lugia isn't a bad call for this tournament.
What does Lugia beat?
It's like fine into Polt. It's pretty good into Cloth.
I don't think it's fine in a poll.
It's fine into Polt.
That's my opinion. We're just gonna sit here and bicker forever if we continue with that. Goldango, another big
Lugia
story.
does beat Dango too.
Probably.
It does, yeah, because you can go like Hands, Greninja, Chinchino.
Maybe. If you're just drawing the gas, Lugia hands though. Lugia's
I mean, when you're playing Lugia, you have to anyway.
But yeah, straight Goldango. This list did really well. Can we
Yeah.
see like the
No
like
Palkia.
eight
Oh my god,
a bunch of different placements? Like an 8 here, 9 here.
that's insane.
Yeah. Pretty good list. No Palkia, just Monkey Dory is your only option to do anything other than Dango, I guess.
Yeah,
It's good against like Polt because obviously you're gonna try to go like 200 and the 62 another Dango and then CC kill them both or whatever. So
yeah.
healing, and it's good into like anything that doesn't one shot your Dango because it just makes Make It Rain usually cost 1 less energy because it brings like 330 down to 300.
Yeah, like
brings
it
280
fixes a
down to
lot of the
250.
weird math.
It does usually like, and if you think about it, like attaching Dark.
It's also
Monkey
really
Dory-
good for when Dragapult goes 6 on Dango.
That's what I said that already.
You did?
He's not listening.
I am listening.
He's in Yawnville. Have you yawned yet?
No.
Waiting for it.
When you say yawn, it makes me want to yawn.
But Monkey Dory is like basically not losing an energy because if you're doing 1 less energy from Make It Rain and you're attaching an energy, you're basically like
Yeah, but it's just like it's value throughout the game.
yeah, and then like any following turns, it's really good, and then like I guess it'd be good against like Lost Box and Gardevoir. It's really good against Gardevoir, obviously. So
Yeah, because
Monkey Dory helps these matchups. Like so, Dango's favored into like Polt and Guardy because of Monkey Dory.
Yeah, for sure. And I also think it's pretty good in a Cloth.
Mm-hmm.
But it did lose to one of them in top 4.
Like Monkey Dory would be like good against Cloth, but Dango has like not a good Cloth matchup at all.
What do you mean, why?
Because they just item lock you and kill your gimme ghouls, and then
No,
it
you're right.
one-shots your
No, you're right.
Goldengos.
Yeah.
You're like,
I keep forgetting that Buddy was a monster in that deck.
and
Like,
you have
like
you
Buddy
have
actually applies
zero
pressure.
hand disruption either. As Dango, so you have no way to interact with them, and they'll just steamroll you.
Yeah, real.
But good aggressive deck. This beats like Miraidon. This beats Dragapult. This beats Guardy.
But yeah, like I think it's a pretty good deck. It would have
Yeah.
to be Guardy.
What? You just one shot something every turn in the active, and their Monkey Dory just gets Monkey Dory
And
back.
you vacuum, I guess.
Yeah, it's just aggressive enough to win usually before they can, because they also don't play Drifloon really at all anymore. And if they do, you have Vacuum
Yeah. I think this deck was a pretty good call for the tournament.
or Chaladon.
I think Archaladon was a pretty good call for the
It
tournament.
was acceptable. I think like just so many people played it that one person had to do well. Like there was so much Archaladon in the room, and like I don't think overall that Archaladon did like aggressively well. Oh, this is like the person.
Yeah, go to statistics. Oh, never mind.
I can. Yeah, I'll go here.
Yeah, we can just go to Archaladon. Yeah.
Yeah, 4th and then 70th. Like big
Yeah.
drop off. I don't think that like Arch is really that good of a deck overall. I'm still kind of standing like if there is a 15% almost of it in Dane, wasn't it? Was it 15?
Go down. It's going to be down. 11.
Sorry.
12.
Sorry. That was being crazy with me. But yeah, 11.7 of day 1 and then getting 1 top 4 is like that's pretty reasonable, especially at 11.9. Like it converted acceptably, but not really that well.
No, it did.
It kept its percentage, I guess, but it didn't like noticeably increase, like 0.2% increase. So
Yeah,
like it had a
barely
good
an
percentage,
increase.
but you look at like Pultz went down, and then Guardy's went up by almost 4%, so that's a really good conversion. And then Miraidon
Yeah.
had pretty decent conversion. Dango had really good.
Yeah,
compared
Dango
to-
had
Yeah, Dango had 8. Yeah,
Dango 3.9%
almost
to
doubled,
8.3%.
over doubled.
So
Yeah.
like that's how you know that a deck is like truly good.
Yeah.
What
same
would
with-
you say a deck? How high does its percentage need to go up for it to be like an insane meta call for the event?
I could not answer that question right now.
Why not?
I have no idea. I don't really know the.
Like, do you think it would have to be doubles? Do you think it would have to go up by?
I mean, doubles like just pretty good. I don't know. I don't really have a objective way to answer that question.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I think if you actually that is kind of true. I think if you go up by like 5% or something, then it's a pretty good call.
Yeah, I don't know. I just I
Like
don't
going
really
from
think
like
Arch.
15% to 20%, so like a fifth of the decks in day 2, is pretty good.
Yeah.
And like Archaludon was
It's
a pretty good
linear,
call.
I think it just doesn't
Yeah.
have like any game plan into things.
Like, I
that
don't
can
understand.
one-shot it at
I saw
all.
that Alex Szymanski played it. I understand, but like I just think that if you're a top player, you should be playing decks that can actively outskill people.
Yeah, Archaludon just hits for 200. I mean, Dialga's really good, obviously.
I mean, I guess you can outskill.
it's not that hard to Dialga.
I guess there's
any
like,
deck can outskill. Yeah.
yeah, like any deck can, but
There's
hard to
God.
oh no,
Let's go.
it's hard to explain. I think that there is like a small amount that Archaludon can outplay, but a deck like Gardevoir can outplay your opponent most rounds, especially in the early rounds of the tournament.
Yeah.
Playing a linear deck just is a setback and a holdback for a lot of players.
Real. I still am an Archaludon hater. We got.
I kind of
this
like
is
it.
the other
This
kind
is,
of like
yeah,
Dragapult
this
list. of the
Dragapult
tournament.
list was really good.
There was like people that were playing. I guess Tor didn't play Monkey Dory or like Defiance Fest or whatever, but Blood Moon, no Dusknoir was like a pretty decent like representation of Dragapult from multiple different players.
Yeah,
I played against one early in day 1. I think, like,
Who
round
was it?
3. I forget his name. He was from like I think Poland or something.
Oh wow.
But yeah, this is pretty cool. I don't really know what you do without Dusknoir a lot of the time. I mean, I guess Phantom Dive is just stronger enough.
Phantom Dive with Monkey Dory, like you can mess things up.
The other
with
list I
Monkey.
saw were playing Hawlucha. I think Tord's list was playing Hawlucha, and then playing Stamp as a spec instead of the Terra Crystal.
I do like that you can play Stamp. Like Stamp's so good, and especially in a deck that can move damage counters around, like you can actively target engine pieces.
Yeah, and Budew is really good in this deck because you get some like damage to start in play, which is a lot more important if you don't have Dusknoir or Dusclops. Klefki we see here for going first.
Just really good in a
against,
Miraidon.
pretty specifically Dawn. And then we have Lost City, which could be helpful. Defiance Vest, I'm sure.
Yeah,
that
Lost
makes,
City's
like,
good into Mirror, so that you can just get the Dragapult, the Dusk line out of the way.
Yeah, and then Temple on. Yep, I think this is pretty reasonable.
It's a pretty good 60.
Double Turo. I love Double Turo and Dragapult.
Plus Switch.
Oh, shoo!
Yeah, we are not ever losing to a No My Loaded control list.
Real.
We're never losing the Block, which Block did really well in this tournament, coming in
speaking of.
6th. Yeah.
6th and 7th.
Yeah, like a surprising amount. And when we talked to people playing Block, they were just like, yeah, I'll just lose to Pult and beat everything else. Which is crazy, but
It's pretty crazy.
I do think it makes sense. Like this deck is just inherently strong, and I think if your deck is not built to beat it, like most Dusk decks are, you kind of just lose like pretty hard to this deck because they can make you go down like 5-6 switch outs. And I also like that this deck is like a merge of the boxed orders and the Rotom build. Playing 4 boxed orders plus Rotom is so gas.
It is sick.
Yeah, because there are certain matchups such as like Dragapult where you can't afford to bench a Rotom. Oh, this is so cool.
Yeah, I played against this guy in round 10. RP.
Yeah.
I got
Lana,
this.
tell them about your run.
So I started 6-0 in the tournament, and then I hit Lost Box, Goldango, Snorlax, Lost Box, Dragapult, straight Charizard. As Miraidon.
6-7 type territory.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was crazy. No, I did still finish 9-4. Like, I still did all right considering the matchups I hit. I guess.
Yeah, like that's pretty good. It's
I
impressive.
beat a Lost Box and I beat a Dango.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Anyways, it doesn't matter. But I played against this guy.
I do like this 60. I think the Milotic is kind of just something to play around Dragapult, but I'm not for sure on how good it is because it's just of Dusknoir. So I would assume they have some other ideas in it. Like, oh yeah, it's for Archaludon. It's pretty good into Archaludon. Good into Gardevoir. those matchups can get a little tough. Typically, you can still win with block into those matchups, but Milotic plus Mawile does make it a lot easier.
Energy. Real.
With no Pidgeot's crazy, but you can just go attach Enriching Penny.
Your Lax Penny. Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, draw 4 is so good.
I like this list better, I think, than the other one. I don't really like the Pokemon. I just like Enriching. I think it's probably my favorite A-Spec in block.
Diancie plus Giacomo is really cool.
Yeah,
I think you can just start
beating block though.
I think you're beating.
Or not. Block,
you must be beating
Lugia.
Lugia.
Yeah.
You must be beating Lugia. Like I don't think you would be playing Diancie in the deck if you hadn't tested it and it's beating Lugia.
Maybe.
James Cox.
Yeah, just playing another.
Is he the same 60? Can we get on?
2 Dusknoir, thank goodness.
Bro.
Someone sensible.
No. 2 Clops is better.
I
think as results show, 2 Clops is better.
Maybe.
Better.
Real. Not really much to talk about there.
Yeah, this is a very stock standard 60.
Yeah. But let's talk down to like just some cooler
Oscar
decks. Oscar Madsen, always cooking. Love this guy.
Yeah, he's
playing the Pulp Zard. We've got 2/2 Zard, 4/4
He's the Clash Royale Royal Chef.
Real. We got any Clash of Clans gamers?
Yeah, he's been trying to get me on Clash of Clans.
Anyone wants to sauce me a good clan in Clash of Clans? I'm looking to do some clan wars. Drop it in the comment section. Sick plug.
Cringe. Cringe for Clash Royale.
Nah, play both. We got Budu here, Manaphy.
Yeah, Landen plays both.
Radiant Alakazam.
Next level.
Unfair Stamped E-Search.
Yeah, being able to play Unfair Stamp and not
Vessel.
Not having to play Crystal is so good.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You still like... Yeah, because Zard is the way to get your energies.
Yeah, like you don't need it. So having Stamp in this deck is so strong.
Yeah.
Deck. Yeah, and it's pretty good coming back as well because you can just Charizard for 330 into literally anything.
Zard hits a lot of damage.
Grant Manley.
The Go deck. I love this Lost Box list. Grant has
so what's your
told
current
me
60?
His least favorite cards here are Crispin and Roxanne, so I've cut them. I actually kind of want to try an Iono in this deck. Because
okay.
I think it's maybe better than Roxanne because you need early game consistency. I find a lot no Pokestop is I think better, but it sometimes does make your early, specifically turn 1, a little bit worse. Just more less explosive, I guess. If you don't have Colress, it's a lot kind of harder to dig for it.
So what are your current changes right now?
Minus Crispin, minus Roxanne, plus Jet, plus Poffin.
I do like Triple Jet. Triple Jet seems super good. It's like when we played Tino with 4 Jet.
Yeah. It's just really good, obviously, because if you have Comfort active, you can go selecting Jet to another one, selecting Retreat, selecting
Cram.
Or that, too.
Yeah.
Also, I kind of want to try Second Vacuum as well.
I do think having a pop-off potential is really
it's not even about the pop-off potential. It's just about, kind of having 6 Colress effects, having 2 to Lost Zone effects.
Yeah.
To just, cram on turn 1. Or
I don't know if we need third Poffin. I think we can probably just go minus Crispin, minus
Third Poffin's really good. Having Poffin in your opening hand is kind of broken.
Yeah,
getting double comfy.
I do see it.
And it's just free.
How have you been liking 2 boss?
It's gas because you can just boss spit early game sometimes, and boss amp and boss Blood Moon important.
How's your Dragapult matchup?
Broken. I love the Dragapult matchup,
dude.
That's what I will say.
I'm so I don't know how.
I love this deck. You have Shuriken, you have Gigas, you have Lost Mine. Also, I want to try Budu in here.
Yeah,
if you Budu, then you just get free attach, and then you can just make your hands 1 gate or your Gigas 1 gate.
He's been talking about that Budu as well a lot this week. Not this week, today.
Just today.
Specifically today.
Because hear me out. I go second. I Budu them against Dragapult, and then they have a poopy turn, and you know what I do? I go attach to Ninja, Colress, selecting, item lock. They have another poopy turn. Oh my goodness, they don't have all their stuff, and then I Shuriken and I Shuriken and I Shuriken.
Yeah, Shuriken is pretty gas. Bro's a Shuriken fiend.
Nobody plays Manaphy. It's incorrect to play Manaphy. Why would you play Manaphy? It's literally just Lost Box, basically.
Yeah.
Which is a crazy place. I mean, maybe Guardy, I guess, but playing Manaphy, even as a person knowing about Lost Box, I would never consider playing Manaphy. Just
meta manipulation. Ear.
Real. I don't think there's really. I mean, it's nothing else in the top 16.
I'm trying to create
Let's talk about Drago and then Guardian, then we can probably move on to the tier list.
Drago.
This plays 0.
2 cancel.
like 0 outs to Badu at all, except Latios is your one like Badu card, and then you play Badu yourself. I think Drago's pretty reasonable. I have been saying that I still think Drago's good, like this whole format. And there was one in 17th, and then one in like top 32.
I will say,
also, I think, right?
someone I know was playing it yesterday to a cup, and they were like, "Damn, this deck sucks." They were like, "This deck is very bad. It's not good."
They love saying that.
This like I don't know. So that is. And
yes, there is this 20th and 17th. There was Dragon.
Yeah, there was.
So this is like two really good placements for the deck.
Yeah, two pretty good placements. Like it's not.
That's
it's not
a really
gone.
good placement. Like that's a very close to top deck. It's like one match point different.
I guess. I don't
And then
know.
we have a Miraidon.
I wish Drago was dead. Why are we not talking about Guardy?
I just forgot.
What do you mean? Oh, you.
Zapdos. Get out of here.
And the wrong Magnemite.
Get out of here.
Yeah, he's actually said, "I hate you" to people playing the wrong Magnemite. Like while I was there.
I told that to my opponent in the EUIC.
You did?
They were playing 60 HP Magnemite. We were having so much fun. I looked them in the face and I said, "I have lost all respect for you," and then stopped being as happy.
I'm assuming they knew they were joking.
I was joking. I gave it a couple minutes and then I went back to being happy again. But yeah, I was still disappointed. I told them that it was just a punt. And
Wasn't there someone else? You like said "I hate you" to someone like at
maybe.
the EUIC
I don't know.
table.
Probably.
I don't remember. I think it was because of the Magnemite.
Probably.
No. That was to someone drafting your card in Cube. And then you look. Yeah. Okay, sorry, I mixed it up. This is Sebastian Lashmit, my goat, Sebastian. This is just the setup deck. Like you're just trying to set up and play the game every game, which this deck is very good at. Triple
Mawile,
Evo.
Screamtail, Cress, Klefki, Monkey Dory, Spiritomb.
No Drifloon.
Mostly just attacking with Gardevoir EX here.
No Drifloon, no Bravery Charm.
Evolution is pretty good TM as a 3-of. We got Arven's, Iona's, 2-Turo.
Yeah, pretty typical. It's just like a very streamlined, like I'm just going to attack with Guardy and I'm going to kill your board, kind of get
I feel like this should like just definitely have 3 monkeys in it, but that's my opinion.
3 monkeys does seem pretty good in this deck.
Yeah, if you're trying to lean on Guardy this much, I think 3 monkey is like kind of gas.
I agree. I think being able to...
Regardless of a switch, just playing 3 monkey is good.
Yeah. Hitting monkey is really strong, and then being able to prize one is really nice as well.
Okay, that's what I want to talk about.
Yeah, I agree. And then let's go to this tier list
Tier
here.
list!
Woo! I'm sure y'all are not bored of this by now.
No, I mean, this is just the most effective way to like put our thoughts out for tournaments, and I think that there are most definitely an amount of people that come here for our opinions on Pokemon stuff.
Nah,
so.
honestly, I hope that none of you guys respect our opinions on Pokemon. Landon just is crying and shaking.
I'm crying and shaking.
He's crying and shaking.
Should I tell them that I made my first meme today?
And he will not stop talking about this.
It's sick. I made my first meme. I made an account for it on Instagram. I'm not leaking the account. It's separate from Pokemon. There's no unhinged memes on there. But anyways, it's got 15 organic likes, guys.
No way.
In like 2 hours or something.
Correct. It's not. It's been 3 hours, at least 4 hours if you just straight talking about it.
Yeah, but I haven't posted it for that long.
So you're telling me when you said that you posted a meme 4 hours ago, you didn't post the meme?
I don't think so. I posted it when you got here, didn't I?
I don't think so. I think it had already been posted. And
maybe I'm lying.
I've been here for like 4 hours.
It doesn't matter. I'm proud of my meme, guys. I've gotten some recognition.
We literally did a Winston draft of Sharpie Cube.
True, we did. Dragapult Dusknoir?
No, wrong deck. Wrong way.
How do I do it again? Oh, yeah, I do this every time.
You do this every single time, and this time I just let you figure it out.
Dragapult?
S tier.
Fine.
I think this deck is just so gas. Like, it's just by far and away the strongest deck.
Pretty real.
But it's not really a great meta call. Like, I think if you just can't figure out what to play Dragapult. If you are... Okay, there's 2 decks that I think I would recommend to players.
Ooh, he's back right
If you are a good player... Like a good player that's confident in your abilities, and you don't know what to play, you can't figure out your meta call, play Dragapult. But if you're in the same situation, but you're not as good of a player, play Archaladon. Archaladon's much easier to play. Very good deck. Just beats Dragapult. It's fine in a Gardevoir if you play like a good amount of jamming towers. But I don't think Gardevoir is the biggest concern. Actually, I take it back. Goldango is probably a better play than Archaladon, and is just as simple, really. I think you should be playing Goldango if you can't figure out what to play.
He's changed his mind immediately.
I've put some thought into it. I don't think Archaladon beats Goldango, and I think Goldango is really good. Let's put Goldango in A tier.
Let's go.
So This is
Alpha
the
tier.
the first time.
S is for Sigma tier.
Type shit.
B, beta tier.
What's C?
Chocolate tier.
Real.
Delicious.
Definitely makes sense.
Delicious tier.
So we put like that's where we should put gold. It's literally cheese.
Nah, Goldango.
What is D tier?
I don't know. I said delicious tier.
What about data? Like
Nah.
beta.
Goldango, pretty good deck. One-shot stuff, has the monkey, it does absolutely nothing else.
Yeah, like it's a very streamlined deck. It's pretty
Builds
simple.
a pretty strong board state that doesn't get ionoed very easily. There's really not much else to talk about, like, at all. It's literally, like,
That's
one-shot. It can play boss, it can use Iron Bundle, and it can activate Adrenabrain and then draw cards.
Real.
Yeah.
But I think Pult is just like the by far and away the best deck in the format.
Yeah, Goldango does beat Pult, it does beat Guardy, it does beat Miraidon, it beats things like Raging Bolt, Archaludon, loses to though to like Klawf really aggressively.
So it might not be that great if you're expecting a bunch of Klawf, which I think is a fair assumption knowing that it just won the tournament. Let's put Klawf in A tier.
I think it's better than Dengo.
I think it's better than Dengo.
The Klawf is pretty reasonable into Dragapult. Also, just like getting to have like the donk when you just go
It's
first.
not even that great into Pult.
It's pretty good into
Probably
Pult.
fine. I wouldn't say it's pretty good.
That you just cannot. So they're basically always starting 2 prizes ahead, like always. Because going first, even if they don't donk you and you get like 2
swing.
Pokemon, they take into what?
to your Klawf or whatever. Put
With
10 on,
what?
Put 10 on Fez.
With Claw? Do you forget there's 2
Dragapult.
Budu in the deck every time you think about it?
Yeah.
They're just like one-shot Dreepy item lock, one-shot Duskull item lock, one-shot Dracloak item lock.
It's pretty bad, yeah.
Yeah, you just get clapped by it, I think. I don't think there's any way. Did you test this matchup at all?
No.
Okay, you have no idea what you're
Yeah,
talking
I
about.
have no idea what I'm
He
talking
has
about.
no idea what he's talking about, trying to pretend he does. LLL Lucas. Gardevoir?
I think
Or do we
that.
can talk about Klawf more, I guess. Klawf just, it can one-shot, it can item lock, it can not give you Fez, it can hit for weakness on fighting weak Pokemon.
Yeah, like it's able to just do
It-
everything so well.
It's all basics. It attacks for 1 energy,
Trolley's one
or
of the better
0.
ace specs.
and it's decently consistent.
I agree.
I think it's just like a really good idea.
Yeah, it's a good deck.
Yeah.
You can also play that if you're not too, if you don't know what to play
Yeah.
and you want to just like play something. Gardevoir, I don't know. I think this is probably like a top of B tier deck.
Yeah, I guess Gardevoir hasn't like cut like at all, has it?
No, and I don't think it really beats.
I guess it cut in Merida.
I don't. It's like, I don't know. It's
I think it's just
pretty-
worse than Dragapult into like.
It's pretty good into Dragapult though, so I think we put it in the bottom of A. I think we put it in A tier. Like it's pretty good into Dragapult. It's not that great into Goldango. It's like fine into Klawf, pretty good into Klawf, I'd say. Yeah, you're like pretty good into Miraidon. If you play Klefki, that is.
I
Like,
don't think Arch is even that good if you're not playing. I guess if you're playing Double Turbo, it's probably pretty good. But you can also get sauced on by Dialga pretty easily if they go like turn 2 Dialga. Just, like,
yeah, like it's not great.
I don't think it's as good as it is when it was with.
Especially without the Drifloon, it can get pretty
Yeah.
sus.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think like Guardy can be kind of reasonable into Miraidon if they're playing 1 switch card.
Yeah, like I think it's completely fine in a Miraidon if they're playing 1 cart. How many carts are the average 60s playing? Can we go back to
1.
EUIC for a second?
It is 1. I've
It
looked
is
at a lot
1.
of
You
lists,
checked.
yeah.
You checked for stats this for EUIC. Okay, I think for Miraidon we put that in like top of B.
I think Miraidon is like if you just look at like the 2 decks that did really well at the tournament, they're both decks that just are really good. at
Yeah,
Miraidon.
and your Dragapult matchup's like pretty good, but you have to be playing a lot of weird techs that don't really feel good.
Yeah.
Let's go put.
And Snorlax has 2 in top 8. I'm not
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, like your matchup spread isn't that
I think I'll
great.
put Snorlax
Yeah,
in.
I think putting Snorlax in B tier is okay. It's acceptable. I don't think it beats Pult.
Klawf is not a good deck
Klawf
for
is
this.
like it's like fine. I think
It's
it's fine.
fine.
I do think it's. Oh wait, it's not fine. They can just poison. Yeah, wait.
Yeah.
Are the Snorlax still list playing?
How do you just forget that it does 80 damage and item locks like every time?
Oh
we're
wait,
talking
yeah,
about
they can
this deck?
Budu about it. They can Budu, yeah.
There's nothing for the Snorlax.
Yeah, no,
to
Snorlax
do.
can't beat it.
They
Yeah.
play 4 cart Kieran. Like, you're wild.
I always forget that Klawf plays Budu. I'm sorry. That's my toxic trait.
It's crazy.
Like every single time, I cannot remember that this deck plays Budu.
Real.
Okay, let's get Arc Armourouge off this tier list.
Okay, this is just a shout out to my goat Shin. I'm sorry, it has to go in D tier. Shin is one of my number 1 homies. He is from Japan. He's lives in New York. He's great. He goes to all of the North American tournaments. And he just won't stop playing Arc Armor.
He refuses.
And he's like, I think it's good, and I have to be the guy to do good with it so I can prove everybody wrong.
He's gone to like 6 events now.
He's been playing it for like, I'm not kidding, like over like probably a year and a half straight now. He got top 32 at Vancouver Regionals, I think, last year with Snorlax or something.
Oh, it's not even Arc Armor Rouge.
Or maybe it was Toronto. It was Toronto that it was.
Last season?
Yeah, I think so. And then ever since that tournament, he stopped playing Block and just started playing Arc Armor Rouge. And he's been playing it for, like, so long. But it's not it.
It's not it, dude.
Please
sorry. Play literally anything else. Let's get Gouging Fire off this tier list as well.
This was just out of respect to my boy Shin, though.
Let's get Gouging Fire off this tier list. I think it was D tier as well. I don't like this deck. I don't think it really beats much. Let's get Ancient Bucks off this tier list.
Miraidon. Whoa, this guy's just on a roll.
I think we go C tier here.
Nah, this deck is terrible.
Okay, let's get Drago off this tier list.
No, I don't think Drago is this much of like a
I think it's C tier. I just want to get these like weird filler decks off this tier list.
Bro, he's in
I'm sorry, I'm a hater. If you're playing Ancient Bucks, please just switch to Archaladon or Goldango or Cloth or something.
Or Skibbity.
If you're playing Arc Armor Rouge, just talk to Shin, figure it out. If you're playing Gouging Fire, please just play Miraidon.
Let's talk about the Archaladon next.
Yeah, let's talk about Archaladon.
I think this is like appropriate.
I don't think it's C tier.
No, there's 2 different entries.
So Archaladon Dialga. Okay, let's talk about both. I think Archaladon Dialga goes into B tier, but Miraidon.
I don't know, actually.
It can actually beat Cloth.
Archaladon?
Yeah.
I don't think it does.
It definitely can. Like, you can just go, like, not Timeless, not the song. You can go Star Chronos. You can go, like, Star Chronos, take 4 in 1 turn. It's not that bad. I think it's the matchup's got to be pretty good. Your Dango matchup's pretty strong. Because you can just go, like, Star Chronos plus, like, Metal Burst at different Goldango or something. And then you just, like, swing. Like, you can even then, like... It's just way easier to finish out the game. Like, I think Archaladon Dialga is pretty good, but I just don't really see it beating... I completely lost my train of thought. Fill in for me. Go. Speak.
I'm an Archaladon hater. I still will be. I always will be. Maybe not always. I said that about Dango. I think Goldango's pretty reasonable now.
I think Goldango's
maybe if they printed, like, an eSearch Pro for Archaladon, then I'd be into it.
eSearch... Like, how? Like,
just, like, that level of card for this deck.
eSearch Pro is so gas. It's literally just please be good Goldango.card.
But anyways, yeah, just Archaladon is just too linear for me. I don't think that, like, the Dialga gives it enough of, like, a different game plan to make it strong enough. Like, 220 is just a decent number. It's not that good.
But, like, in the Cloth, like, once they go Terrapagos, you can just go, like, 220, then Gust and take 4.
I mean, yeah.
If they poison, that is.
Just item lock you.
But if they item lock you, just hammer in for 30. Not real.
Nah.
I'm real.
Not real.
I'm real. I'm really, really real.
And yeah, I just don't like Archaladon. Lugia?
Let's talk about Lugia.
This deck is bad.
What do you mean deck is bad?
Okay, let's look at this tier list.
Deck is
destroyed
not
by
bad.
Pult. Destroyed by every
you
other
don't
deck.
you don't lose to Pult.
I think you do.
I don't think you do.
I think you do.
I don't think you do.
So this is like I played enough of Pult for this tournament to like, and I played a lot against Lugia. Is you buddy them going second. They like very very rarely are getting double chops turn 2 under item lock. Then they're behind a turn, so you get to your cloak, and then the turn they go get both chops, you just get to evolve into Dragapult, Countercatcher, take out both their chops, and they have 1 Lugia V-Star the rest of the game. And that is just how it went, like basically every time, and they just got destroyed.
But I think that people playing Lugia wouldn't. Well, actually, I shouldn't say that. People who play Lugia really love to play Lugia, so they kind of just play it no matter what.
Yeah, I don't think.
I don't know.
And even in that line, if they get turn 2 chops, you can just go Candy. I mean, you can't really go Candy.
Yeah, I don't think.
But anyways,
should be saying that's a line.
Like they very rarely do they get double chops under Badu.
Yeah,
they
I
have
could
to
agree with
exclusive, basically like go like Ultra Ball away double chops. Turn 1 going first.
Or my opponent.
I mean, they very like they can do it. That's just not that easy. Like
yeah, I completely agree. My opponent did brick game 1.
They have to both be in hand. They have to either go draw research them away or draw Ultra Ball turn 1. And other than that, they're just not getting double chops. It's not possible. So
yeah, like it's not. It's pretty difficult. Like the deck kind of does just fold.
And
into
they have to
Buddy
get
sometimes.
Lugia V plus double chops and discard, which is even
it's
harder.
super difficult. Yeah, I think the deck's like okay. Like it's not bad, but I wouldn't play it right now. I don't think it's a very strong meta call.
Pile.
Yeah, real. Let's talk about Raging Bolt. So I think Raging Bolt goes into C tier, D tier.
I think it's D tier. Who and why is anyone playing Raging Bolt over Pawn? I know you couldn't justify that to me. I don't think.
It's not good in a Dragon
Tell
Bolt.
me a matchup spread you're seeing for Raging Bolt. There is not one on this.
You lose to Cloth, you lose to Dango, you lose to Gardevoir, you lose to
Bolt?
Dragapult, you beat our Chaladon maybe.
You lose to Snorlax.
You lose to Snorlax. We'll just hit.
You're even.
We'll just hit like 9 Arc Armors. It's fine.
True. There's 9 Shins day 1 for you. Ceruledge.
I think that goes like bottom of C tier. It's just barely better than Raging Bolt.
Yeah, I think Ceruledge is just like Bad Goldango.
I agree. I think it's just like it's harder to set up, especially through Badu.
Yeah, and there's just like not really much of a reason. Like the other reason is like you're like more of Iono proof because it's just like damage in the discard pile, so you don't have to have it all in hand.
Yeah.
But that is at the sacrifice of doing like minuscule damage early a lot of the time. So.
Yeah, but I think like Dango can actually set up through Badu because they can go like Arven for Evo, and then Evo out double Goldango, and then start drawing cards. But I just like. It's not the same for Ceruledge. Like you can go like attach to the baby Pokemon and swing for 40.
Yeah.
It's just not that great. Like you still can't do anything for that turn, and then they just Pult, and then you're like, dang it, dude.
Real.
Or yeah, you're like they're one-shotting your little baby Pokemon with Cloth. I remember that I played Badu this time.
Wow.
Wait, what did your Charizard opponent play? So let's talk about Charizard. Just straight like Charizard this time.
Straight Charizard is not a thing.
Wasn't that what your opponent did?
No, they were playing Zard Pidgeot.
Okay,
when I was saying Zard, like straight Zard, that in my mind just means Pidgeot. Like,
okay. I think this goes like.
I think this is probably an appropriate place for it.
I think it's probably a little bit worse than Lugia.
I don't think so. I think like Zard's only really, really bad matchup is Dragapult, which I think is enough to make it not good. I mean, it was kind of in a similar spot against like Drago last format, and you're also not good in a Cloth either. So
your deck was fine in a Drago last format. It was like 40-60, 45-55.
What, Zard? Yeah. Well,
it's not great.
You're such a Zard coper, I swear. You had a Zard kick for a while. You did.
I did like Zard. I was into Zard for a while.
I've always been a Zard hater. I have always hated that deck. It's so cringe.
It's pretty cringe, but you know what isn't cringe? Pidgeot Control.
You know what's massive?
Low taper. Oh my god.
I have some concluding thoughts about Charizard. It's good into Dawn. It can have a decent time into Dango.
It's our Charizard matchup pretty good.
Yeah, pretty decent as Zard or Charizard because you have Radzard still.
Yeah.
Snorlax.
Your Cloth matchup's pretty good.
You can beat.
I'd say it's not even that great in the Cloth. It's okay in the Cloth.
No, again, you'll just get bodied. Like, you're just an evolution deck.
But then eventually you just go like Zard.
You do. A lot of them play Grand Tree, but even then you have to like find it all still. Like item lock, regardless of Grand Tree, you have to like go attach.
Low key, maybe the line is for Zard is to just accept that you're losing to Pult, play 4 of the Heat Tackle Charmanders, and then just kill the Badus. I know, I'm being for real. That might be the line.
Maybe. Pidgeot Control.
Let's put that
bottom of D tier.
No.
Mid deck.
That goes like I think it's at least A tier.
Whoa, no way.
I think
maybe bottom of B.
No, it's not bottom of B.
You don't beat Dragapult. You definitely
your
don't beat Cloth.
matchup's fine because you can
go. You beat Dango. I'll give you that.
Your Cloth matchup's pretty good.
You farm by Guardy?
No, it's not pretty good. No, your Gardevoir matchup's good. Your Charizard matchup's good. Your Miraidon matchup's good. Your Snorlax Doll matchup's good. I'd say this is bottom of A tier at least.
No, you lose to Dragapult and
No,
Cloth.
you don't. You don't lose to both of those decks.
You lose to both the finals decks. How do you beat
You
Cloth?
don't lose to those decks. What?
How? Both of them just butter you to going second, and you just can never put a Pidgeot in play.
Into Dragapult, if you go second, you can go like turn 1 Luxray. If you go first, you can either depending
turn
on
1. Where are you hitting this? What are your hands?
What?
Turn 1 Luxray.
Oh, sorry. Currently, I'm playing the Precious Trolley version of the list.
Oh, okay.
So you go Trolley for Luxray, Latias, and then Sealstone for DTE.
I see.
So you can like Luxray turn
That's
1.
Still a really good hand. You're fine. I guess you have Arven.
Singular Arven. Like what?
You're still drawing one. What are you playing? 4 gear?
Triple Ultra Ball Lumen.
Okay, I guess fine.
Like bro, what?
Still not that insanely likely.
That's
it's over. It's like 30 outs right now.
Like I think it's pretty good. I think Pidgeot, if you go first in Dragapult, you can sometimes go like put block into the active. So that's like if you can go like Nestball for like block Latias, you can go into Budu. I mean, go into singular block Lax, which is the version I'm playing right now. And then that stops them from retreating into Budu. I think Pidgeot is pretty strong into. No, don't do this. No.
Oh, what the? Oh,
This is the version.
end.
This is the version of the 60 I'm playing right now. So it came 6th in seniors. Came 6th in seniors, but I'm currently cutting a Lost City and a Cylian for a Vacuum and a Giacomo. I just think both those cards are pretty good, but it did come 6th in seniors. I think your Cloth matchup, I was testing it. It's actually not that bad. Like you can do you can like fully come back in the game by going like Blood Moon Iono, and you can like Lost Vacuum Capsule. You can Giacomo away like energies into Cloth sometimes. You can go like basically just put them into terrible positions where they have to get they have to recover a bunch of cards in situations where they are unlikely to hit it.
Just item lock you, dude, until 80 days.
They don't item lock you the entire game.
Why not?
They can't.
They literally play Monkey Dory. Of course they can.
Just boss's orders. You can
They
also
play Lottie. Like I don't.
you can
think
also
you're beating
start.
Clough ever.
You can Fang Snipe the Budu so that it dies going into their turn,
Okay.
and then they go like Cloth,
What
and
if
then
they just don't poison themselves?
okay, then they're doing 10 damage.
They're Monkey Dory.
What do you mean they're Monkey Dorying?
I don't think that I just don't think you're beating Clough.
Okay, well then I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna Fang Snipe your entire board, your entire hand.
And then they retreat into something
I
else.
don't know. I might not even play the deck because I just don't know if it's consistently good enough into Dragapult.
I don't think it is.
I'm testing it right now. I messaged the
I'm a
person.
Pidgeot control hater. You can't convince me. I'm a bottom of B. There's no way that it's like it got top 256.
I think it's bottom of A. Like it beats Dengo, it beats Guardy. There's no way it's bottom of B. There's actually no way. Top of B.
I'll do this.
It's better than Snorlax.
So why was there 2 Snorlax in top 8?
Because they just missed They missed Dragapult.
I don't know.
I think it's better. I think it's better than Block. I think it's here. I think it's at least like that. I will settle for that. That is where I will settle. No, I'm not going to settle for that.
I don't endorse this. I'm being held against my will.
I think Pidgeot is... yeah, baby!
Yeah, baby, you lost box. Okay, fine. I'll go like
I'm
this.
about to put it on top of A. I'm
No,
chill. It's
I
probably
don't like
objectively
this.
worse than Cloth, but I think this is a good ranking for it. Like I think
I
Lost...
do think this is not bad. Like, okay, I've got the lost box covered here.
I got you.
Dragapult, farm them. Cloth, farm them.
Can you give-
Goldengo,
can you
farm
give
them.
details?
Gardevoir,
Can
farm.
you give details as to how you farm them and not just be like, oh, farm them?
No, so Lost Box, you have Regigigas, you have Iron Hands, you have Blood Moon, you have Radiant Greninja, you have Sableye. So you have like 5 different good attackers, and Cramorant. And if you play Budu, Budu's also good against them. So you have like so many different ways to attack them. You can turn to Amp if their board is bad. You can turn to Shuriken if their board is bad, or if their board is good. You can Lost Mine for easy prizes. Then you can set up the Dragapults into Pikachu if you want. You can also just, if they present a very frequently what I'll do is I'll Shuriken Double Draw Cloak. They'll present their last Reapy as like Candy Dragapult, and then you just Giga Set, and they're just completely like done. Like they have no line into that.
It's pretty rough.
So you just have too many options into Dragapult from my experience for it to really be that close. I mean, they can just Iono you out of it, but you play Fez, so your bench like they can't usually early game after getting Shuriken to go find like CC Sparkling Crystal, attach Radiant Alakazam, KO your Fez. Like it's not that easy.
Yeah.
You also don't have to pre-bench the Fez because you can just leave Nest Balls in deck, so you're likely to draw them. I do want to try Budu though.
I think Lost Box actually has a lot of potential. I'm
Yeah.
going to try it out, and there is a potential that
I think it's good.
there is a chance that I play to the event.
It's very good into Goldengo because Goldengo just can't beat Pikachu. Gardevoir just gets their Curlias, Shurikens. Pidgeot just isn't a real deck. Probably lose to Snorlax.
I don't think the Pidgeot matchup's even that good. Like I think Pidgeot loses to Lost Box.
Maybe
I just don't think it's very good.
Snorlax probably
I think-
beats you, but
As
or
Pidgeot,
Shaman gets 300. Or
Pidgeot, it's
I
like
don't know,
probably
it's-
fine for Pidgeot because you have to go like
Sorry, gets Pikachu.
you can probably go like Charm, and then like Luxray and just like try and mill everything out. It can get pretty rough though. So I wouldn't say like you have to say it's not a real deck. I think the matchup.
See how Drago's all the way down here?
Yeah.
Who cares about Drago anymore? There's no Kyurem. Not like the best deck plays Kyurem anymore. So turns out this deck's good again. I think this is.
I think Dragapult is probably A tier.
I think it is. I think it's almost as good as Dragapult Dusknoir, but a little bit worse.
Yeah.
I think it's probably this.
Like, really?
Dragapult is just Dusknoir Dragapult, but like kind of the same thing.
You wouldn't say it's below Cloth?
I just think both Dragapult decks are better than everything else. I don't think this is really a hot take. It's basically the same deck as Dragapult Dusknoir.
I mean, I guess. Like, I don't know. Maybe we could put it in an S, but I don't think it's as S tier as the.
I don't think it's S tier.
Dusknoir.
It's Dragapult Dusknoir. I think it's worse than Dragapult Dusknoir. Results point to this as well.
Yeah.
But it's also made top 8, so. And Tord played it, so I guess if he's gonna, not that I'm like a Tord simp, but if one of the best players in the game chooses to play a deck, it means it's good. So,
I do think this Dragapult deck's really good. Having Blood Moon makes your late game really, 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 really good.
I'm just for the purposes of the tier list gonna call this Zard, Dragapult.
Zard Dragapult?
Yeah, I think this is also pretty good.
No.
Place for my go to Oscar Madsen.
No, it definitely goes below Pidgeot control.
That, you know what deck got 9th and what deck got top 256?
Dragapult.
You're pushing me buttons with this Pidgeot control here. I
just don't think
against my will put it in the top of B. But Charizard Dragapult just
I don't think Charizard Dragapult beats Dragapult.
Why?
Like, you're just a worse Dragapult deck than them.
I don't know. Talk to Oscar Madsen.
Dusknoir's pretty good.
I'll DM.
Damn it right now.
No.
The rest of the podcast is going to be us waiting for Oscar Madsen to respond.
He usually replies pretty fast. Like 20 minutes or so.
Yo, wait. 20 minutes longer of us just yapping, and then we tell him what Oscar Madsen says?
I think I'm pretty happy with this. Well, actually, no, not really. I like this is here.
No, what the no. Put it on top of B. Thank you. No. No. We're both fighting for the mouse. Okay. No. I'm safeguarding it.
Boink.
Ow.
He's safeguarding it.
What's safeguarding? Oh, no. God damn it. No. That's no.
Anyways, this is the tier list.
That is an inside joke and a half.
Real.
Jesus Christ.
I think Vancouver Regional is going to be a lot of fun.
I'm excited for Van.
Shout out to anybody that's coming to Vancouver because it's lit here.
Cube? Sharpie Cube?
True. I will be winning the tournament, so I won't have time to Sharpie Cube, but other people can play it. So.
Real.
Sorry.
It's okay, man.
But if you're in Vancouver, walk around. It's nice. Look at the mountains. They're pretty. You can go to them if you feel like it.
Get Japanese food.
True. Any
Japanese food.
Really
okay.
here.
So when I went to Japan, I was expecting sushi to like blow me away. Dude, it's like pretty comparable to Vancouver.
It's definitely better in Japan, but we do have good sushi.
We have very good sushi here.
Yep, I'm a pretty big fan of this area. You know, I've lived here all the time, forever, so it's pretty chill. I feel like we're pretty good at making chill people this way as well, so.
It is pretty nice when we're accepting of everyone.
We chill like that.
Yeah, and then you know what that creates? It creates chill people.
Real.
That aren't being held down.
I'm just a chill guy. Lucas, do you have any shout-outs to make?
I have the Lost Mine podcast.
Ooh.
I have Lily Sims just because I guess, yeah. And then I have
Real, honestly.
I have my Twitch at Lucas Oldale, and I have my Twitter at Lucas Oldale.
Real.
What about you?
I got some shout-outs. I got my
and Cheesy Pudding.
Real. I got my personal Twitter at KatlerTCG. And yeah, I lost my Twitter like Lucas said. And then my coaching, Medify, KatlerTCG on there as well. Don't have a whole lot of availability before Vancouver, but Lucas is skip-a-dipping right now. But yeah, shout out to everyone that was at EUIC. Anyone that came up and said hi, that was cool. Met a lot of people there. But yeah, coaching and my Twitter. That's about it. Shout out to democratic processes. See you later.
Alligator.